This devoted dad sits with his son in Glendale Cemetery for an hour every
That's pretty
morning.
good.
Oh, God.
When February's wind chill dropped to 40 below, Pat wore 4 layers, but he was here.
So I wanted to start off by saying we wanted to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
For this episode today, we have a whole bunch of dads in, and we wanted to do a special challenge that we did last year for Father's Day, and again recently for Mother's Day.
Ooh, okay.
This is going to be a try not to cry challenge.
You guys always make me work. All right, I'll try.
For this challenge, we're going to make it a little bit more difficult for you all because all of these videos are going to be surrounding dads.
Oh, no.
For each video, whether it made you cry or not, what we're going to do is have you rate it on a scale from 1 to 5 based on how emotional you thought it was, with 5 being the highest.
Okay.
Oh, yes, let's do it.
On Father's Day,
Hi, son.
plenty of kids pull up a chair for a summertime chat with Dad.
Morning, son.
Pat Steinbach would give anything.
I can still picture him when he was little,
be with him.
8, 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, and just his smile.
When Pat lost his dad, Father's Day was tough. But it's worse, he says, when a father loses his boy.
I
Yeah, it
always think
changes
of him.
things.
I can tell you all day long I think of him. People honk and wave all the time.
That's cool.
Because this devoted dad sits with his son in Glendale Cemetery for an hour every
That's pretty
morning.
good.
Oh, God.
When February's wind chill dropped to 40 below,
Oh, my gosh.
The pop's getting frozen.
Pat wore 4 layers, but he was here.
Wow.
When I came
It's
out here that
dedication.
night,
Being the parent left over sounds like your whole goal in life is kind of lost, right? And you're lost.
when I came out here that night after he died, and I laid on top of the flowers, I told him, Matthew, I'm never going to let you be forgotten. I'm not going to do it. And I think, in a way, we've succeeded.
God. No, that was sad. That was really sad. That made me cry.
That's a tragedy. I think this one is more difficult as a father. I understand how that gentleman could feel, and he has to maintain his relationship with his son. That's a 5. I'm close. There is absolutely nothing worse than that.
Probably say 4 on this one. I feel a little bit more remorseful for him. It's terrible.
Give that a 4.
I think my feeling of emotion is probably hanging around a 2.
I'm going to give it a 5.
That's got to be a 5. I lost my mom a few years ago, and when he talked about laying on the flowers, going and laying on the grave, I can relate to that.
There's a pen.
Yeah.
I got a pen!
Okay.
Oh, there's stuff to be read. Adult adoption. Oh. The hell is this?
You got to sign it. That's what the pen is for.
Do you know what that is?
Am I adopting you?
I want you to. You don't have to. You could say no, but I want you to adopt. You've been my dad. I know legal papers don't change anything, but I appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
That's the kind of love I was talking about.
This one's very emotional to me. I am in a lucky, enviable position of being a stepfather. I got 2 teenage daughters. A lot of times fathers, children, you're forced, right? You're a family forced by birth. When someone chooses, I think that touches me so much. That's her choice, and she's making her choices based on his raising of her and his choices and what he's done, and that's her way of paying him back, and I think that's beautiful.
Sounds like he's been a great guy. You know what I mean? Taking as far as a father. I respect that, and that sounds like he's a good guy.
One thing is to know that you did a good job, as a dad. And when they're grown, if they look back and say, well, they come and visit their dad and show the love like the daughter right there. That's when you say, well, I did my job. I did a good job, you know?
That touches my heart. I think that goes even higher. I think for me, that's a 3. Definitely touches my heartstrings. I like that stuff.
All of them are so tough. I would put that one up there too as like a 4.
Yeah, that was a 4 as well.
That one might be a 4 too.
No, that's got to be a 5, but for different reasons, right? Yeah, that was a happy 5. That was a good one.
I'm going to give it a 4 because in order for this to happen, it took a long time for that moment to take place. Woo, a lot of tough times, you know, happen. And that's why I'm going to give it a 4. Maybe I'm not crying, but I know that is some, you know, doesn't happen to everybody.
You're not gonna break it.
I thought it was like just scotch tape.
Oh.
It's like reinforced.
I think it is just scotch tape.
I mean, he has no idea,
It's like
clearly.
Scotch tape.
Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
Are you serious?
He's like, please don't mess with me.
Dead serious.
Look at his face.
Dead serious.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Are you happy? Are you happy, dear?
Oh.
Oh man, it doesn't even feel real.
You're gonna be a dad.
That's so cute.
This does not feel real. It feels like a dream.
Oh, that's good. I'm happy for them. If you find out you cannot have kids, right? That's or you're trying and you know nothing is happening. I cannot imagine what a person feels when that happens. You know. So for them to find out that they can, you know, and that she's positive, she's pregnant. That's amazing. You know. I'm glad about that.
Each time you are reminded that that's going to happen, it's not quite real until it happens. There's 2 big deals there, right? The first one is when you find out, and the second one is when the baby's there. In the middle, it's not like you don't believe, but you don't have anything really tangible. I mean, you know, your wife starts to show, but even still, man. Then when you have the baby, wow, it's amazing.
So we've had people that have been friends that have tried for years, and I know how emotional that's been for them. So I would rate that one way up there too. That's another 4.
I would say 4 again. New life. It's just the beautifulest thing.
Still probably a 4.
I'm going in with a 4 on that one.
Knowing that they said, you know, they were waiting for a child, I'm gonna give it a 4 because a lot of people take that for granted. You know, they have no idea what it feels like to hope to have another baby. You know, marry someone and have that lifestyle, and for a person to find out that cannot happen.
I rate that one probably higher than all of them. It probably touched me more than any. Probably a 4 on that one.
I met Kobe one time backstage at an event for ESPN in New York. And I saw him and I thought, oh my gosh, that's Kobe. I got to get a picture for the gram.
Kobe's such a cool guy.
I didn't get it for a few minutes because
Big fan.
as I approached him, he immediately commented on my rather large 8-month pregnant belly. How are you? How close are you? What are you having? A girl, I said, and then he high-fived me. Girls are the best. I asked him for advice on raising girls, seeing as though he quite famously
Yeah,
had
he
3
became
at the
more of a
time.
father.
And he said, just be grateful that you've been given that gift because girls are amazing.
I really feel for that one. I mean, it's strange how you get really so proud of each of them individually and judge them all individually. And I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan, and it was just devastating to see, you know, the loss of life of him and his daughter.
It's just amazing that he was just telling his wife how blessed she was, not knowing what was about to occur.
His 3rd daughter, Bianca, was about a year and a half old at the time, so I asked if he wanted more children. And he said that his wife, Vanessa, really wanted to try again for a boy, but was sort of jokingly concerned that it would be another girl. And I was like,
Another girl?
4 girls, are you joking? What
Oh my
would you
gosh.
think? How would you feel? And without hesitation, he said, I would have 5 more girls if I could. I'm a girl dad. When it came to sports, he said that his oldest daughter was an accomplished volleyball player and that the youngest was a toddler, so TBD. But that middle one, he said, that middle one was a monster. She's a beast.
Wow.
She's
It
better
is,
than I was at her age.
It's
She's
sad.
got it. That middle one, of course, was Gigi. When I reflect on this tragedy and that half an hour that I spent with Kobe Bryant 2 years ago, I suppose that the only small source of comfort for me is knowing that he died doing what he loved the most,
being a dad, being a girl dad.
Man, that's rough. I think about people who make it past 70 or 80, and when they die, at least you can kind of put a check in the box saying, well, you know, the guy made it to 80. That's pretty awesome. You know, I hope to make it to that. But people who get snapped up early, there's no reason for it. It's just a bunch of missed opportunities. You know, they just missed opportunities to live their life. That's a 4.
I definitely give that one a 4.
It just sounds like a 3.
That was 3.
I've already kind of been through the shock and, you know, that kind of thing of the whole event. So probably just like a 3.
I probably got more into, you know, the relationship between the father and the daughter there and understanding where he was coming from and going with him. So for me, it was probably around a 2. The situation itself is a 5 without question. I probably went into it thinking that you weren't going to get me to feel emotional, but you kind of ramped up on me there. As dads, we just go and go and go, and we keep trying our best, working hard, and we don't tend to be emotional creatures and think about all these things. And when we see it live in front of me, it's kind of put into my face. So it was more challenging than I thought it would be.
We don't have any more videos for you, but we got one last surprise.
Oh my
Hi,
God.
Dad.
Hi, Poppy.
Hi, Poppy.
Who are those 2 ugly kids?
Oh my God!
No, is it Anahita? I didn't break my record. I was like, I only do this with Anahita. I'm used to sitting in the chair next to her, and she's my comfort zone.
I'm
So
nervous.
now my comfort's back, and my nerves drop back down. That's so awesome.
Happy Father's Day. Yeah. Thank you so much for... Start crying already.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Okay. I just want to say happy Father's Day, and I won't be here on Father's Day because I'll be in California, but I just want to say I appreciate you so much.
To let you know I love you and I appreciate everything you do for us. You've always been so hardworking, and I'll always be grateful for you, Dad.
Just wanted to say that the hard work and effort that you put into everything has always been an inspiration to both of us. And we will never forget how much you've pushed us to grow as people.
Thank you for being a great friend to me. You know, you're not just the dad, you're like one of my best friends.
You came into our lives at such a difficult time, and you were like helping us through our homework, hours. Like even when you weren't dating my mom, you were just helping us constantly with everything. Even my boy dramas, my girl dramas. Daryl's the first person I go to. I don't even go to my mom first. I'm like, she'll figure it out at some point.
Thank you for being there when I felt like I had nobody and I was like a really dark state of mind. And you helped me out of that hole. Thank you for giving me all of my best childhood memories, like when you took me on my first roller coaster and you had to hold the bar down on my lap because I was too small to fit.
I remember when we were little and how much you would play with us and how Andrew and I would ride your back when we were little, you know. And I was your little pumpkin then, and I am your little pumpkin now.
That's
and
right.
I'll always be your little pumpkin.
It's just, I admire that you're driven and you're dedicated, and even if it takes twice as long or even 10 years too long to get something done, you always do it the right way. Love you, Dad.
Yep, I love you too.
Happy Father's Day.
Anahita, quite honestly, you invited me into your family. You're the one who accepted. You're the older sister. You're the one that I came to and said, look, I want to date your mom. You're the one that I talked to before I talked to your grandpa and your grandma and your mom about getting married. And you've made me part of this family. And I love you for it.
I love you.
You know, you've made me so happy, and I wouldn't change anything. I'm looking forward to us spending the next 20 years together.
Yes, the next forever.
40 years? Yeah.
Yes,
However
more than
long I'm
20
alive.
years. Are you kidding me?
Thanks for watching this episode of Dads React.
We will be in tears if you don't subscribe and hit that bell.
Till next episode, fam.
Hey everyone, Lauren Producer here at FBE. Thank you guys so much for watching the special dad edition of Try Not to Cry. We wanted to wish all the dads out there a happy Father's Day. Hope you're all staying safe. Bye.